Sister Andrea Brunet is in a place to be. How you doing, Senate?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well.
So you have something to show us today?
Yes, I went on to the product line and I bought 3 shirts and I just wanted to show you all what I got.
Oh, let's see.
Okay, so this is the first one. This is the
Ah, the Onk shirt.
the Ankh shirt. I got it in black and gold, but I think I'm gonna go and get a blue one too.
All right.
Okay, so that's the first one.
All
And
right.
then
The Ma'at. Oh, it looks
this
good in
I don't
blue.
yeah,
All
I don't know.
right.
Yeah, this is the Maat one.
Oh, that's
I don't
what's
know if you
up.
can see.
Yeah, we see it. We
I'm
see
trying.
it.
Can you see it?
Nice bright
And
color.
yeah, I love this. I love this color. I love it. And then the piece de la resistance is my favorite
Probably the best to
one.
be
I'm
tonight.
gonna place the beat tonight. Yeah,
That's what's up. Probably the
there's
best
that
to
on
be
the sleeve
tonight.
too.
Even on the sleeve.
Tonight,
All right.
even on the
Tonight.
sleeve. I had it. Yeah,
All
this
right.
is this is the lick right here. So I'll be wearing that on
Oh,
your next live. I will have this one on.
oh, that's
Yeah.
beautiful. Oh, wow.
So
Well,
that's the 3 ones I got.
thank you
Love
very much
them.
for your support. It's appreciated. I'm glad that you like the products.
You're welcome. You're
All right.
welcome.
Okay, I hope you can see this. Civilization started with agriculture. Custom made shirt from Ma'at Forever, Shaka Indugu. Civilization started with agriculture. This is Curse of Hammurabi, Shaka Indugu, who I support. Civilization started with agriculture because
All right. Hey, brother Donnie Williams. See, you got your
Yeah,
makeup.
yeah. What's up, Shaka? I was gonna do just I know it's a serious topic, but I was gonna do a little
No, no, I appreciate that, bro. I'm
unboxing.
glad.
So
I'm glad. Yeah, yeah. Live
yeah.
unboxing. Bro, you don't mind if I use this excerpt, like as a clip in my
No,
intro?
no,
Oh,
it's all
thank you.
good.
Thank you. And for
Yeah,
those who wonder, I'm gonna share the link. All right, that's lovely.
yeah. I got the Heather Gray. Oh man, yeah,
Oh, you got the
I
Kemet
didn't.
shirt as well. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't know it had that on the back
In the
though.
back. Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice. That's what's up,
That's
man.
lovely. Oh, thank you. I
So
appreciate that.
yeah. So just letting you know, just coming through, showing some support real quick, man. I'm about to get back into this Netflix film. So um, just wanted to say peace, man, and thanks.
Yeah, thanks a lot, brother.
Okay. All
All
right.
right.
Hey, this is my unboxing video that I'm doing for the product I bought from my Forever's channel. I bought the coffee mug, and here it is. Sorry there's a glare from the screen, but lots of bold, crisp, beautiful colors, inside and out, high quality ceramic. I absolutely love it. So y'all go check out his website. It's got a lot of fun, fresh designs. And cheers to you, Shaka, and all of your endeavors. Peace.
Our sister RP is in the place to be. What's up, sister?
Et Sin E. How you doing?
E.T. Senate E. I'm doing Nefer.
Oh, great, great. Um, well, I got it today. I was thinking it was coming from France, but then I did the tracking and it was outside actually when I went to check, and here it is.
Oh, that's what's up. It's just like my hat. That's what's up. Let me,
Yeah,
let me do the solo layout. There it is, brothers and sisters. That's
yeah.
what's up.
I really like this. Yeah, so I have an after school program that I help facilitate. And I'm going to wear this because we're going to start talking about coding. So I'm going to
Okay.
use this as an introduction because this is a code. It's
Mm,
ancient code, but it's still a code. And then we're going to be able to, demonstrate. I'll be able to demonstrate to them the meanings inside each of the, glyphs and stuff. So, but yeah, I was looking online and I was like, this is actually like really good designs. So as soon as I get some more, extra money, I'm gonna get the matching hat, and I want to get a Ma'at shirt. But I really like the Kemet one to start with. Yeah, so it's really good, and the prices ain't bad either. So
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I
yeah,
appreciate that.
but
Donnie
you know
really
what?
has wrote. Yes, go ahead,
Hmm?
sister. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say that boonie cover, the hat. I don't know what they call it. I call it a boonie cover. I really like that with the
The bandana?
nah.
Oh,
It's
the cover, the protection cover thing.
yeah, it goes all the
Yeah.
way around. That's the one I want to get next too. Yeah.
You. Oh, do you mean that?
It's a hat that I don't know what they call it. It's like a
Oh,
beach
like a
hat.
beanie low, like
Yeah,
a hat for winter, like.
or that you would wear if it's sunny, but it goes all the way around.
Oh yeah, I get it. I get it. Oh, okay. I didn't even know that was added. you know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I
All
like
right.
that one
Okay.
too. But
Okay.
yeah, I
Okay.
got it. Proud owner of my own my Out
Kemet shirt.
Forever shirt. Kemet.
Mic check 1 2. Hotep Senuhena Senut I Tiren I Shakanugu Kemet. I hope you're doing well. The title of this live stream is Greek Words Derived from Medu Neter. Who's in the place to be tonight? V. Bennett is in the place to be. He wrote in the house tonight. Going to be great to learn something positive. But you will see, as usual, when we deal with some linguistics, when we deal with the Medu Neter, we have very few people. People want to read the Bible. Donnie Williams will Goo Gaga. V. Bennett wrote, yes, anything but Goo Gaga scholarship. It's actually Gaga Goo in the right order, but doesn't make a difference. It looks like he was trying to. Senet means sister. Sen means brother. If you want to say brothers, plural, you say Senu. And if you want to say sisters, plural, you say Senut. That's why I say Hotep Senu, Hena Senut. Hena means and. It also means with, but so Hotep Senu Hena Senut. Peace or greetings, brothers and sisters. PB wrote, I'm learning new things every day, thankfully. So, some of you are aware that I bought the Etymological Dictionary of Greek, Volume 1 by Robert Beeks, edited by Brill, which is a very respected publisher. It comes in 2 volumes. So there are 1,700 pages. and I went to work. So I'm going to show you. In Danish is a okay, Senu. In Danish is a okay. So let me share the link here. So for those who know my website address, afrostYly.com/Greek. Just like you can do /Bible. If you want to see biblical parallels with texts from ancient Egypt. That's the one here. So when we go on this address here, that's what you have. So if you choose a boat, it will lead you to boat, a bunny, and so on. Okay. So let's look what we have. Let's look at what we have. That's the book that I showed you, that I've shown. Robert S. P. Beeks, PhD, 1969, is a professor emeritus of comparative Indo-European linguistics at Leiden University. Leiden is in the Netherlands, or Holland, as some people misname it. He has published extensively on the historical grammar of Greek, Iranian, and Indo-European, including the development of the Proto-Indo-European laryngeals in Greek, the origins of the Indo-European nominal inflection, a grammar of Gatha, Avestan, and comparative Indo-European linguistics, an introduction. So you have the source of this article or page about that book. And on page 202, we have here where it's in bold. Now the first letter looks similar to ours. That's a B, the Greek B. Then we have the Greek A. Now this looks like a P, but it's actually a R in Greek. Then you have the I, and then this thing here is a S. Paris. And then we are told Egyptian boat, a kind of raft. And when we look at etymology, it says ETYM, etym. The word is of Egyptian origin. CF, Coptic body, meaning boat. I actually found two words in the Medu Neter, but it's Ba'u. So I did not add, but for the rest, I will add some entry from the Medu Neter. For example, the next entry we'll have is Ibani. I made a video about this one. So on page 368, we have Ebenos. What looks like a V is actually the N. So in English, Ibani, the tree. Etymology from Egyptian, Hebeni, which means Ibani. Ultimately, perhaps Nubian. And here we have that book, Pocket Guide to Ancient Egyptian Hieroglyphs. I like that book because it's in that book that we have the ostraka, talking about people who went off work. And one person was off work because he had a hangover. And we're talking about a society that they are trying to portray as a slave society. Page 78. I'm sorry. One of these notes is a list of who was off work from the work gang in the year 40 of Ramesses II, 1250 BC. We know that one man called Penub was off one day because his mother was ill, while another called Penduau was off work because he was drinking Winkunsu. Their names are written from right to left in the column down the right with the dates they were off work. Their excuses are written above in red ink. Red ink is often used to highlight certain words. A papyrus tells how these workers went on strike because they had not received their wages on time. Can you imagine? They try to portray the society as a slave society, yet one was off work because his mother was ill, the other was off work because He had been drinking the night before, and we even have the name of the person that he was drinking with, and they went on strike. So on page 29 and 30, we are told, for example, the hieroglyph shows a branch. Now it says in parentheses glyph because you actually have the glyph on the book. As a matter of fact, I don't know if you'll be able to see it. 2930. Oh, it's not. Let's see if you'll be able to see it. Oh no, yeah, it won't work. Okay, I don't want to remove my background, but anyway, you have the glyph, which is a branch of a tree. Okay, that stands for um, het, the biliteral het. Which is used to write het meaning tree. From that, it can be used to write the sound h as in, and then have another hieroglyph. Nechet. So for those who wonder, you have the N35 glyph, which is a report of water. Then we have the branch. Then we have the sieve or placenta, the ch biliteral. And finally, the loaf of bread, reference X1. Meaning strong, it can also be a determinative of words for wood and wooden objects such as glyphs. So then it's the next page. Ebony. So we have the reed shelter, the H, the soft H, then the leg, which is the B or B sound, and the ripple of water. Then underneath the ripple of water, the two oblique strokes, which gives us the sound E transliterated with a Y. And then we have also the branch as a determinative. Ebony meaning ebony, which is a type of dark African wood. By the way, ebony is one word that we have borrowed from ancient Egyptian. And on this etymology of the Greek language, on page 368, you can see the page number here, we have ebenos. And when we look at etymology, well, I read that already. Okay. But furthermore, we have the University of St. Andrews. And they have the Westcar Papyrus. So you only have to type University of St. Andrews, Westcar Papyrus. And then on page 79, in parentheses, it says 81 to 302. So usually you have some PDFs. You may see some page number, but it may be an excerpt for some journal or other publication. But anyway, you get the picture. So we do have, dang, it's warm here. Here, I don't know if you can see my cursor, but basically you have page 79 inside of a red rectangle. So right underneath, you'd have the biliteral heb, then the ripple of water, which is the N. Those are the two oblique strokes, which stands for the sound E, transliterated with a Y or a J. You know, if you see the letter J, it's the sound E, just like the letter E, it's the sound E. And finally, we have a determinative of a tree. So that spells ebony, okay? And once again, I've added the page from the etymology of the etymological dictionary of Greek. Next, we do have the word ibis. On page 575, we have ibis, Egyptian bird etymology, Egyptian hib. It says see Roeder in PW S.V. ibis 813. Here we have Egyptian grammar by Sir Alan Gardiner. And on page 615, we have ibis, which is heb. This real shelter is the H sound, the leg is the B sound, and the rest is an ideogram, you know. Actually, of an ibis bird on the standard. By itself, it stands for Jehuti. Then we have Faulkner. Faulkner's Concise Dictionary of Middle Egyptian. And here we can see Hebi. So same, the H, the B, and the E sound with the actual ibis bird, and you can see here Hebi ibis. Okay. And what's funny is that on page 158 of Faulkner, the entry right after Hebi is Hebony. You see, Hebony meaning ebony. You see. Now we also have James P. Allen's Middle Egyptian, third edition. And on page 480, we have the Gardner reference G26, which is the ibis on the standard ideogram for Jehuti, that the Greeks call thought, and it's a determinative in Hebi, which means ibis. Then we have the word natron on the etymological dictionary of Greek, is on page 1022. Now, what looks like a V is actually the N in Greek. Then we have the I, this is a T. What looks like a P is a R. Then we have an O, and once again, what looks like a V is an N. So it's neutron. You see? So sodium carbonate, soda, natron. All right. Now, if we go to etymology, it says an Oriental loan word, Hebrew neter, Arabic natrun. I don't know what the MOFR means, natron, etc. Oh, maybe it's well, FR maybe stands for French, but MO I don't know what it would be, etc. And probably also Hittite Nithri, or from Egyptian Necher E. Now the J is the sound E. Natron. See Lewy, 1895, 53. La Roche. Oh, it's funny. I know someone named like that. BSL 51 and so on. Newman, blah, 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 blah. And on Faulkner's Concise Dictionary of Middle Egyptian, you can see it's page 143. We do have Neterit, and here he wrote natron. He did put a question mark, however, you see. But then there's this dictionary right there, which is in French, Dictionnaire des Hiéroglyphes, which means Dictionary of Hieroglyphs by Yvonne Bonamy. This is a third edition. It's from 2019. It is said that it is the first French Egyptian dictionary since Champollion. The first edition was by Ashraf Alexander Sadek. People can look him up. He's known. So on page 354, we do have neterit, and it says minéral issu du natron, which means in English mineral from natron. From meaning stemming from. Okay, and we are told that we can find it on Papyrus Ebers or Ebers. I'm not sure how you pronounce it. Ebers probably. Line, most likely line. Well, I'm not sure if it stands for line because you have 48 and 16. Now, the given name Susan. We have an article called "The Egyptian Origin of Some English Personal Names" by Gardiner again, and it says the conclusion to be reached unhappily. I've got to check the time. 15 minutes, I will start the scheduled live stream. The conclusions to be reached are unhappily mostly negative or at least highly speculative, but we are fortunate in being able to point to one common English Christian name, the Egyptian origin of which is beyond question. That name is Susan, and it goes back, of course, to the pious and beautiful wife of Joachim, whose story is told in the apocryphal addition to the book of Daniel. The Greek form of the name is Susanna, okay? And the corresponding Hebrew is well, I think when you have the dot at the top, it's an O sound. So it looks like it's Shoshona or something like that. An obvious derivative of the fairly common word. Well, I don't know how to read that one. A lily. The Egyptian origin of the later was pointed out long ago whether first of all by Bruch, I'm not sure how to pronounce that name, or some other, I will not inquire. The Egyptian word for a lotus was secession, or letter seshen. This in Coptic has become shoshen, with the same assimilation of the first two radicals as that found in Coptic shushet, window, from Old Sheshed, Ermen, blah, blah, blah. So here we have Gardner's Egyptian grammar, and this is page 388. And we have the Medu Neter highlighted. We have the glyphs, and then we have the transliteration highlighted, session, and we have the translation in English highlighted, lotus. On the same book by Gardner, page 480, we have it's M9, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, we have Gardner reference M9, the lotus flower, and its session, lotus, and we can even find it in the pyramid text, line 266. I presume it stands for line. Also on Gardner's Concise Dictionary of Middle Egyptian on page 248, we do have session, and we can see it stands for lotus. And on Allen's Middle Egyptian on page 484, we do have once again M9, lotus, water lily, determinative in Seshesheni, lotus, also ideogram for the same. Now, it may be the last one here, wine. Oh, I realized that I forgot it's okay, I can change it in real time. I don't have the excerpt from the book. Let me just do that. Oh, damn, I have to use my other computer. I have 15 minutes, so it should be enough time for me to correct that. See, it's a good thing I made this stream. Okay. The computer is turning on. Let me see what was written so far. We Bennett wrote them. They had Filthy Frankies back then. Incredible. Didn't make it to work because of a hangover. Donnie wrote, no, I can't see. What is it that you can't see? Let me know. David is in the place to be. What is it that you couldn't see about the Donnie Williams? So, the article. I'll go to the article. The book? Oh, yeah, I get it. Yeah, yeah, because of the background, I couldn't, yeah. Yeah. Now, hold on. I have to go to the article now. Break. And then wine. Okay. No. Wine. Yeah, I started with 2, that's why. So now if I refresh, connect. Now, if I refresh, it should appear. There it is. I've updated the website, so here it is. Still the same book, etymology called Dictionary of Greek. And here, that looks like an E. It is an E. Once again, what looks like a P is an R. This is the it's the pi, isn't it? Yes, it's a pi. So that's a per sound, and then the I and the S. So Oedipus in Greek, which means wine. And when we look at the etymology, as the scholia indicate, this is the same word as Egyptian irep, meaning wine. See Mason, RPH 88, 1962, page 46 to 50. All right, so that's page 463. So in Greek, Oedipus And when we look at Egyptian grammar, page 554, we do have edep. The relief is the sound E. The mouth is the sound R. The stool or mat is the sound R. Edep. And we can see here the letter I, the letter R, the letter P. All right. And we can see here it means wine. On Allen's Middle Egyptian, page 515, we do have Edep. Now, mind you, it has the letter J instead of the letter I, but it's the same phonetic value. It's the same sound, E. Edep, meaning wine. And finally, on Faulkner's Concise Dictionary of Middle Egyptian, page 28, we do have the same glyphs with the determinative and three strokes of the plural, Edep, meaning wine. So there it is. So if I find some other entries, then I will add them. There was a lexicon that I've shared before, hosted on Onk Online, headed by Dr. Theophado Benga. There are some other entries that I could not find in that etymological dictionary of Greek, but we will not find anything on one single book. So we have 9 minutes before I do my next live stream. And in the meantime, cool, got it. Gonna go through this. But you see, remember, some people are repeating what they heard somebody said without checking Jack. And they say, oh, the Medu Neter has not been deciphered. The Medu Neter has not been deciphered. How come we have some words that we still use to this day that derives from the Greek? Pharaoh is one of them. It comes from the Medu Neter per a. So we have the given name Susan. It hasn't been deciphered. How come it went through the Greek and ultimately found its way into English and French? But here, it leads you to that one, which I'm planning on updating. But at the end of the day, there's so much I could do if I get the proper support. Remember that I work the 9 to 5, and I'm studying at the university. Got my 40 credits in the field of Egyptology from a university. I'm proud of it, but it's not the degree yet. There's another 2 years to go, but that's a lot. And I've been going to war, as you know, against the rapists and the child molesters. So not to toot my own horn, but I was quite busy lately. You know what I'm saying? And giving classes as well. But you do have biblical parallels with texts from ancient Egypt, Kemet, by the book of Exodus compared with the book of Heaven, Nikao. Exodus 20, which are the 10 Commandments, compared with the Papyrus of Ani. Genesis 41:42, compared with Amenhotep, son of Apu. Luke and Matthew, compared with the great hymn to the Aten. Proverbs, compared with Amenhotep's instruction. Proverbs, compared with the wisdom of Ptahhotep. You're probably not sure well. And Psalm 104, compared with the great hymn to the Aten. You see, I'm really planning on updating that because there's a lot of parallels, not to say plagiarism, but, I can only work at my pace, But that's good scholarly work right here. It's not, making stuff up as you go, so many people, so many clowns around. So I guess I'm going to start the next live stream earlier. It's about, 7 minutes to go. So for those who don't know, I'm going to share the link to the scheduled live stream. It's a whole different topic. Plus, the chat here, the chat is for subscribers only on this stream, but on the next stream, it's only for no, I said subscribers, for members, for supporters basically. But the next stream is just for subscribers. So all you have to do is subscribe, and you have to be a subscriber for 5 minutes, and then you are free to use the chat. So here is the that's the title, and now the link. There it is. It's entitled, David, well, thank you, Brother Shaka, for the scholarship and reasoning. I appreciate that. I'm glad you liked it. The next live stream is entitled Blasphemy, Senator's wife Napashida said there are gods and she'll kill all of us if she wanted. And you know, when I come up with a title, I'm not cloud chasing. You know what I'm saying? So, okay, so feel free to join us there. All right. So I'm gonna make my closing remarks, but after that, there won't be any outro because I'll be starting the next stream quite immediately after. So stay safe, stay healthy. If I'm allowed to by the Necheru, I will definitely holler back at you. I don't argue, I state facts. If you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem. If you do not think right, you will not act right. If you know better, you will do better. Do I do? Do I Necheru? Hotep.